So we recently got some interesting news from Nintendo of America's website. In their upcoming titles section, they added 3 games for the Switch Online NES Games library section. So usually when those get added, they have a press release and a trailer for the games, but the Nintendo of America website just updated with 3 titles on it. This isn't how they usually do things, and it seems like maybe somebody who was running the website kind of goofed, and these games weren't supposed to be released yet. So the games are Donkey Kong Jr., Verse Excite Bike, and Clu Clu Land. Again, in the past, whenever they've added games to the Switch Online NES library, they've always done a press release and a trailer for those games. These ones did not get that, and they're only showing up on the Nintendo of America website. So it really seems like somebody, kind of did a mistake here and accidentally updated that website before these are actually supposed to be released. So not the biggest deal in the world, right? It's just some NES games that we're going to be getting this month. Well, actually, there was a leak a few days ago that claimed Donkey Kong Jr. would be added to the Switch Online NES game library this month. Okay, so here's the leak. This was posted over on 4chan, and it just says, leak time. This was posted Wednesday, May 1st, so a few days ago. It says, image has nothing to do with the leak. The May NES games coming out to the online service will be announced on May 7th for a May 15th release. Donkey Kong Jr. will be one of the games. Okay, so that's what it's gotten right so far. We do seem to be getting Donkey Kong Jr. added to the Switch Online NES games. Today is May the 4th, not May 7th, but it wasn't really officially announced. It was just added to the Nintendo of America website. So if we get an official announcement on the 7th, this leak definitely seems like something worth looking at. Next it says, SNES games are coming to the online service and will be officially announced at E3. We had a Switch data mine a while back that showed a bunch of Super NES titles were in the code on the Switch, so a lot of people have been guessing at this, and E3 does seem like the right time to announce a Super NES online service. Banjo and Kazooie are in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass. Okay, so obviously that's the big one, and all they've really guessed correctly is Donkey Kong Jr. as one of the games coming in May to the NES library, and we don't even know if they got the announcement date right or what, so yeah, I mean, huge grain of salt with this one, guys, but yeah, they're saying Banjo in Smash. A new Cooking Mama game is in development for the Switch. Okay, cool. Going on, Netflix is coming to the Switch. Netflix is something people have really wanted for a while on the Switch, so yeah, this would be a pretty cool thing to get. Lucky Charms are going to partner with Tetris to create a limited edition Lucky Charms cereal, where the marshmallows are shaped like Tetris blocks. Okay, so this is probably the weirdest and most unique thing on this leak. If this happens, definitely this leak is worth looking at. Tetris is not owned by Nintendo. They're like, the ownership for Tetris is really, really strange. There's a crazy backstory that goes back to like Soviet politics, where a bunch of companies thought they owned Tetris. Nintendo packaging Tetris with the Game Boy was like a whole fiasco. But they do have like some ownership. I think they have like some stock in the Tetris company or something. Obviously, Tetris 99 is like Switch exclusive. So yeah, it's possible if this person has Nintendo information, which is what the rest of this seems like, they might have Tetris information and possibly Tetris cereal information. I don't know. It's a pretty bizarre thing, but if that happens, if we get Tetris cereal, yeah, this is worth looking at. There's going to be at least one more Nintendo Labo kit in 2019. Okay, so one more Nintendo Labo kit. Not that crazy. Seems like something that could happen. So as far as this leak goes, it really hasn't guessed anything too significant. It's just guessing at Donkey Kong Jr. coming to the NES game library for the Switch Online. Donkey Kong Jr. is only one game that's coming this month out of 3. So yeah, it's not that hard of a thing to guess in my opinion. People have also gotten real information before in the past and then made a fake leak with just like a nugget of real information in there. More sensational stuff is in the leak that never actually happens. That could be Netflix, Super NES games coming to Switch, and of course Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. That could be what's happening here. They added some sensational stuff to a small bit of information that they had that Donkey Kong Jr. was coming this month. It's hard to say for sure either way what's going on with this leak. It is just a text 4chan leak. Again, if we start to get more of this stuff showing up, if Lucky Charms does some deal with Tetris, that seems pretty unique, pretty exclusive to this leak, so that would be definitely a reason to look at this. We did already have a data mine that pointed to the Super NES games coming to Switch Online at some point, so yeah, I mean, if we're in E3 and that's when that's getting announced, I expect these other things to also have been revealed by then, so yeah, not the biggest thing once we know that. that, we'll probably know whether or not this one's real or fake anyway. But just saying, the Super NES games online was already a data mine thing, so this person adding that to a potential fake leak, yeah, it might not actually be anything, even if we start getting more information about that happening. Obviously, as far as Banjo and Smash goes, it's something I really want, but I can only give this leak as much credit as it's guessed at, which is only one NES game, and we don't even know if the release date is right. So if May 7th is when those NES games get officially announced, then yeah, I'll look at this one a bit more closely. We also did get a bit more information about Banjo. Before I was talking about how I was contacted by an Xbox ambassador who was telling me that some Banjo games have been added to the displays at Microsoft stores, and now I have photographic proof of that. So yeah, here's Banjo Tooie on a display at a Microsoft store. So this is in fact happening at the Microsoft stores. They do have the Banjo games. I also saw a tweet of someone talking about how a kid was playing Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know if maybe it was Banjo-Tooie and they mistook it for Banjo-Kazooie or what. So yeah, it does seem like the Banjo games are on display at Microsoft stores. So that's pretty interesting. And now I need a bit more confirmation on this, as I've only been able to find it written in Japanese, but supposedly 2B is now deconfirmed for Smash. Someone official, again, I need to get this translated to know for sure, is saying that 2B was not called to Super Smash Brothers, so not coming to Smash, and then they congratulate Persona 5 for getting in. So yeah, I'm not sure about this one yet. Again, it's in Japanese, but supposedly 2B is deconfirmed. Well, that's pretty much everything I got for you guys today. Yeah, not the most credible leak in the world, but it has sort of guessed something, so waiting for May 7th to see if that's when we get those games officially announced, and then this one might have a bit more credibility to it. I'd really love this one to be true. I mean, we get Banjo and Smash, Super NES games on the Switch, and Netflix on the Switch. Those are three things I really want, so I am hopeful this one's right, but hey, who knows? And Tetris cereal would be cool too. So if you guys have any comments about that leak or anything else I talked about in this video, leave them below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.